Hello, everyone. Today we are talking about the utilization of PACS in Baoding First Central Hospital of Hebei Province. My name is Guo Meihan. My matric number is 209503.
Hello, everyone. My name is Li Yilong, and my matric number is 209239.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yang Siya. My matric number is 209423.
Hi, everyone. My name is Cai Bojie. My matric number is 209484.
My name is Lu Xingyu. My matric number is 209487.
Okay, our speech consists of 6 parts. First, general description of Baoding First Central Hospital of Hebei Province. According to our survey and interview, we know that Baoding First Central Hospital of Hebei Province had established in July 1959. Its predecessor was a charge hospital. In 1959, the health department of the Hebei provincial government merged it with several other hospitals and moved it to Baoding City, which is now the First Central Hospital. So it has a history of about 100 years. Baoding First Central Hospital covers an area of 100 acres with a total of 700 beds, 25 professional clinical departments, and more than 400 professional and technical personnel, including 14 experts and professors. All of them are from the top 3 hospitals in Beijing, Tianjin, Shijiazhuang, with doctoral and master students. It has 14 clinicians and 116 physicians with a bachelor's degree or above. And this hospital is also one of the hospitals with a large number of patients in Baoding and the widest coverage of surrounding cities and counties. And it has developed into a comprehensive scale hospital with complete professional departments, advanced equipment, and strong technical strengths, integrating medical treatment, teaching and scientific research, rehabilitation, and community medical service. And then our interviewee, Dr. Cheng, is a doctor in the imaging department, and there are 8 doctors in their department. Imaging departments use some imaging equipment to conduct related examinations on patients, such as CT, MRI, to diagnose the disease.
Next is the organization structure. The owner of the hospital is a board of directors, whose job is to employ the equipment and personnel of its units to achieve the goals of the organization. It is then divided into 5 divisions. The first department is Chief Administrator. They are responsible for information management, general administration, admission management. The second department is Chief HR Officer. They are responsible for recruitment, staff training, and development. The third is Chief Financial Officer. Their work is related to billing, accounts, payroll. The fourth is Service Support Director. They are responsible for emergency preparedness, clinical emerging purchasing. The fifth is DEPRES. They are the radiology department and the imaging department. Next page, please. Then let's introduce the second part, general description of PACS. Next page. The first is the PACS system introduction. The IS I will choose is called PACS, which is the image storage and transmission system. Is a digital medical image information, generally by digital medical equipment such as CT, MR, X-ray machine, computer imaging, and other equipment used in hospitals. It is a comprehensive application system of collection, storage management, diagnosis, and information processing. Next page. The PACS system has many functions. Below are 2 of its most important functions. The first provides DICOM storage SCP service, receiving CT, MR, CR, ultrasound, nuclear medicine, and image data, and autoclaim generates compressed after receiving the images. And second, support multi-thread, multi-port network, monitor and image data transmission to meet needs of concurrent image archiving, repair, and extraction. Next page. The hospital's PACS system is an MIS type of information system, and the software developer provides technical support to maintain PACS. Next page. And the end user is the patient. The owner of the PACS is the hospital, because first of all, the system has the ability to provide more doctors to network and work together, and makes the hospital higher productivity, lower operating costs, and more revenue. That's all. Next person.
Now let me introduce the IT components of PSS to you. Next page. The basic components of the PSS system include 5 parts: digital image acquisition, communication, and network, medical image storage, medical image management, and wellness workstation. Next page. The archive serves as the file room of PSS. It consists of a database, server, or image manager, short and long-term storage, and a computer that controls the PSS workflow. Workflow manager. Archives are the core part of PSS and contains historical data as well as current data being generated. In many institutions, the archives server is as the central hub, receiving images before they are released to radiologists of interpretation. Next page. Says architecture, namely client-server architectures. The SAS architecture is often used in the local area network, and the information security is higher due to the large amount of computing content on the client side. The transmission of network data is reduced. The ring speed is faster, and the interface is more flexible and friendly. However, clients must install the same operating system and software, which is not conducive to software upgrade and expansion of application scope at any time. Next page. For PSS data, its in current access volume is small, but the file size is relatively larger. It's recommended to set large tips set for BT performance. The security is lower than that of PSS data, so it is recommended to set at 2 red 5. Thank you. That's all.
Hi, I'm going to introduce the business process of PACS in Baodingford Central Hospital of Hebei Province. This is the value chain of the PACS business process. First of all, PACS is used for ambulatory service. The patients will register at the hospital and go to the corresponding department for consultation. Then, the patient will receive an application from HRS according to the doctor's instruction. After they pay the fee, they can go to have the examination in corresponding department. The patient's test results are converted into PACS image data format and stored in the PACS servers, which is then processed and exported as patient impact reports and tax report. With the development of PACS systems, the efficiencies of Central Hospital has been greatly improved, making the use of processed materials and data and communication with doctors more efficient and convenient. The reduction in materials will ease the pressures on the hospital logistic team and reporting center, and the materials and cost saved in the imaging center will be spent on the introducing technical machines, maintaining the PACS system, and training doctors. The use of PACS makes it easier to centralize data, reducing the workload of administrators and reducing the time and money spent on processing data in the central hospital's imaging department, allowing healthcare professionals to focus on saving patients. By using PACS, the workflows of doctors can be greatly simplified. It is possible to borrow films and access patients' past medical records. At the same time, PACS make previous undetectable lesions clearly visible, and fascinated assess the previous case, which allowing doctors to make faster and more accurate judge patients with reference to previous experience. At the same time, data storage has also fascinated the possibility of telemedicine by PACS. Throughout research and interview, we know that the emergency service in Baoding First Central of Hebei Province is using PACS for saving patients who is in danger always every day. Next page, please. So this is the main business function of Baoding First Central Hospital of Hebei Province Department supported by PACS, which I mentioned before. Next person, please.
Okay, and I'm going to talk about the last two parts. The first part is the society treat and the solution. Next page, please. Although PACS system is a relative safe and receivable system, it will investable be attracted by the outside world. Ransomware is one of them. Some hackers will choose to blackmail large enterprises to earn money. PCS system cooperation an important part in the whole hospital system. So it's not surprising to be hackmailed the PCS system. Virus swarms and Tom James are all chased to receiving fields. Hospitals will inevitably accept fields from the outside world, which greatly increases the rate of instruction. Identity theft is also the trait that can corner, but only in some hospitals with poor confidence factor. In order to deal with these traits, we should educate employees and others to apply strict access control to protect the data from disclosure or damage. Report all abnormal activities to the organization's IT security team and pay attention to ensure to protectable computing and the data strengths to serve are protected. At the same time, there should also be preventive measure. The organization should implement layered insurance solution to make a computer instruction so difficult that a checker give up. Next page, please. The next part is ethical, legal, and social issue and the solution. Next page, please. For the ethical issue, some doctors without medical ethics will yell at the patient's personal situation and treat the patient's personal information as a conversation during their break time. This is a very serious small problem. In order to solve it, we should strengthen the professional ethics training of doctors and never hire the above doctors. For the legal issue, during medical work, doctors will ask patients to input some personal information, so they don't pay attention to protect. They will be stolen and disclosed, causing serious legal problems. For this, we can strengthen the protection and the management of personal privacy and ensure that personal privacy is not divulged. For the social issue, although only 2 parliaments use PACS, but there are a lot of people waiting to use it, which require more of these 2 departments to solve the problem of instruction supply. So to solve this problem, we can set up more departments to solve the problem of short supply. That's all for our speech. Thank you for listening.